Hello, Combat and welcome back to another Decks of the Week video. In this video, we're just going to be looking over 10 decks of the week. Pick these from all over the spot. They're not going to be the 10 best decks in the game because plenty of people do that. They're just 10 very good decks, right? These are decks that people have used to climb high on ladder or do infinite conquest with. Like, they are very good decks, don't get me wrong. They might just not just be like the best decks according to stats. They're just going to be very good decks. So you should definitely give them a try if you want some good decks. So let's get started, shall we? The first deck here is going to be just like this move deck. It kind of was taken over last week before the OTA, and people have been trying new decks out. So I haven't seen it as much. I've seen it a lot last week, but it's still a very good deck, right? You've got the Fina stuff, which hopefully gets nerfed, because I'm just sick and tired of seeing the Fina, Kitty, Angela. So Angela's been changed, Kitty's been changed. It's time for a Fina nerf. Just put it down to +2 power, maybe. I don't know. Well, I expect Fina to get hit soon. There's quite a lot of Fina Kitty in this video, so that's why I'm just like a little annoyed with it, because it's just such a good little combo, right? And you can fit it in most decks. So anyway, it's a deck. So it's just like, you know, you build up your Fina, you Kitty, your Angela, you got Cassandra in case you're coming against Arashim. Juggernaut's just a solid card for just controlling the lane. Then you've got like Hope to get some energy out, so you can Gwenpool, Vision to move around. You got Jeff that can move, Shang-Chi for anything big, Captain Marvel, and it's just a solid deck. Deck number 2 is a Sandman deck. This is an interesting take on a Sandman deck. There's a couple of Sandmans in here, mainly because, like I said, Fina stuff is kind of everywhere. Sorry. This one's just a full-on. It's the Ultron that catches me out here, right? Because, you know, it's like, what? Why? But, you know, it's in here. Maybe it's in here because of all the alliance quests where you got to fill up for. I don't know. But the rest of it's pretty standard, like Sandman type stuff, right? It's just not got any ramp in here, which you'd usually have, right? So you got your Wands and your Nebula and your Spider-Man. Jeff, it's a great card. Cassandra, again, just a solid free drop. Makari's just in here to get out, so you can play it for free. Copycat's a fantastic card, same with Nocturne. Captain Marvel lets you just win a location without worrying, right? Claw's just a solid card, lets you put power on 2 lanes. Sandman's to stop all these Fina stuff. And then Ultron, I guess, is just to fill the locations, and I just don't know why it's not Doom, right? With the cards that you've got, I'm pretty sure Doom's just better. But, you know, I haven't tried this version. And then you got Red Hulk for a big point slam. Next up, we just got a standard disc. Well, I say standard. It's a bit of it's just a collector discard. I was going to say standard, but collect the Helicarrier isn't really standard. So it's just a discard deck. Interesting. What you're missing instead is like, what is you even missing out here instead of normal stuff? I actually don't know. Like Meek and stuff like that, I guess, is what's not in here. Let me have a look at the discards. I actually trying to remember what is actually missing that would matter in here. Nothing, right? And you could go the Moon Knight way, Meek, Gambit, stuff like that. But yeah, this is a nice little discard. I was having fun with Moon Knight. I'm surprised they've got a Moon Knight in here, but I guess you've got a lot of even cards, so yeah, standard discard. I'll probably give that a go this week. Next up's Patriot, doing very well right now. It's a deck that I've messed around with, but I haven't done a video on because everyone else seems to have put out videos on Ultron, and as much as I want to, I just best not to flood the content space with the same decks, you know, kind of hurts the views. Next up, again, another Fina deck. This is a Dark Hawk list. This is kind of believe this was like the one that was like aimed at proper shutting down Arashim, right? Because you've got the Cassandra in here, you've got Dark Heart, you've got a bit of everything, so it is just good. But Cassandra still goes well with Dark Hawk stuff because you can put rocks in there and then you lower their power. It's pretty incredible. Next up, we have an Arashim deck because the deck's not dead. It just got less toxic. It just kind of got really less toxic, right? So you don't have to worry about Doc Hawk on 4 stuff, which was so annoying. Doc Hawk on 4 against Arashim was so annoying. So that's gone, but Loki's in here, so Loki on 2 is just incredible. Right, you have the cards that you've already drawn, then you get to turn your deck into their deck and just play it for cheaper, so it's fantastic. Probably do an Arashim deck this week. Next up, we have a Zoo deck. Zoo's just like in an interesting spot, and I think it's going to get a little bit better with this card this month. There's a couple of them that can help the Zoo, like the one that gives you 1/1s +1, 3 1/1s, 3 1 drops +1 every turn, which I can't remember the name of it, but could be nice, could be interesting. So I expect to see some Zoo decks next month. Next up, we have a Surfer deck with Sarah. I'm surprised we've not seen as much Sarah, because I do feel like Sarah can fit in a lot of tech cards. Like, there's a lot of cards in here. It surprises me. There's not enough Shadow King. Like, it's kind of crazy to me, because you know you've heard me moan about the fact that Fina stuff's everywhere. Like, where's the Shadow Kings? It's a little bit crazy. Say that. But I also don't play Shadow King. And again, look, Fina stuff again. Like, this is the Arona stuff with low power stuff. So you got your Sage and your Novas, your Iron Mans, Mystiques. This list has kind of been around for a while, right? Didn't really change recently. It's been Cassandra and Copycat into this stuff that just gives it a little bit more oomph. The last deck is the Mill deck. I enjoy Mill, right? I've done some Mill decks this week, and I had a very good Mill deck with the new Moon Knight. It's in here with the Proxima and the stuff like that. And then they nerfed Doc Hawk, so I have just swapped out Doc Hawk for Cersei pretty much, and that is pretty much the only change I've really made to the deck. It just gives you that little bit of high roll potential. So you've got the Moon Knight in here, which is, if it hits your Proxima, it's fine. If it hits your Cable, you don't really care. Like, ideally, you'll get your Cable out early, and you'll be happy with it. But honestly, you don't really need it. You've got a lot of strong freeze in here, and then you just play freeze. Cassandra with like this Cable Baron type stuff is a little bit, but that's what Cersei's in here for, so that you can just Cersei him, right? If you Cassandra on 3 into Baron on 4 and you just get a low power weak card, fine, Cersei at 5 or 6, you know? Anyways, that is enough rambling about the decks. What was the card this week? There was no new card. The patch didn't really do much. It killed Doc Hawk. Loki's still good. It'll be interesting to see how the meta settles around the new Loki. I do think new Loki will find a spot. I was having fun with it the other day in Bounce. I'm not sure if that's where it'll end, but it was pretty fun. Yeah, other than that, nothing really changed. Arashim just lost a couple of annoying cards like Leech and Doc Hawk. Other than that, nothing changed. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.